Host Faves Weekend. My name is Michelle Yarn. We get to curate our shows, and I am bringing you this hour the best items that you have to have for the summertime. We've got our frozen mango margarita, thanks to our today's special from Ninja. The next thing we need is a super portable way to stay cool in this summer heat. This is from Bell & Howell. You might recognize it. Has almost 30 perfect 5-star reviews. It just recently debuted. It has sold out multiple times. The reason we love it so much, you have 2 fans and you have 3 misters. You pour water into the top, ice water is best, and you get this beautiful, refreshing, cool, fine, dry mist. When you combine the two, you guys, you are going to cool down in no time. What I really like though, you've got this like leather handle on the top. It's completely portable. There's no cords, there's no batteries. You recharge it. It even comes with a remote control and party lights. So you can have a blast with this anywhere you need to stay cool. And if it's a party, you know Chad Allen is involved. So Chad, welcome in, my friend. I brought you the leftovers of our frozen margarita.
This is nice.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
It's pretty solid, right?
Wait a second, you guys know this is like
It's
real.
incredible, but I'm just saying, you combine that
What's
with
in
this,
this? Can I
it's
try this?
vacation anywhere. It's mango, it's a little bit of alcohol, it's a lot of ice.
Oh, that was Amanda for sure.
And that's another, it's all about portability now.
Oh my goodness.
Not good.
Okay, can we talk
like,
about
we don't
my
want to
item?
be tethered anywhere we go.
That was
And
so good.
It's so
Sorry.
good. But this is like, this reminds me of, I was in South Beach once, in my younger days. And we were outside having cocktails on the sidewalk, and it's Miami, and it's hot. And the only thing that made us stay was the fact that they had these misting devices above all of the tables. Because once you combine that mist with a breeze, it is like you cool down instantly.
Oh, that is the whole trick.
It's amazing.
You can have a fan all day long, but if you don't have a mister, then the atmosphere around the fan is still hot.
Yes.
And that's why restaurants and big resorts and everybody has misting. We just happen to be living in the day and age where we can bring it to the regular consumer market, where we have a misting fan, two high powerful fans. I'm almost afraid to say like the size, because these are much more powerful than the size diameter you're used to seeing. So you're used to seeing a fan this size and going like, well, I know what that size fan feels like.
Sure.
Not this one. This has 3 speeds per fan. Okay, so 3 speeds here and 3 speeds here. So you have a lot of customizable ability here. And 3 misting jets, so you can go 1, 2, or all 3. The leather carry strap, of course, I'm gonna set this down because it is oscillating. So it's going back and forth 90 degrees. And when you have a misting fan that's able to go back and forth 90 degrees like that, the entire family is cold, right?
Yes.
Cooled down. And summer is here in Tampa. I did pull up the weather map for the whole country.
Okay.
It's hot everywhere.
It's everywhere.
But we're a lot hotter. So
It's like
I feel
96 today, it was crazy.
yeah, and we're living in the future because we know what it feels like at 96.
Yeah.
Some of us in New York, I talked to my New York folks today, they're like, Chad, it's only like 65 degrees. I'm like,
You'll get there, friends.
Get ready.
And think how nice you could be out on your back patio. You could bring it to work. You could be using this in your garage, by the grill. I mean, maybe you're going to like the sports games and the tailgating and the outdoor festivals, the camping. Being portable and rechargeable means you don't have to stay tethered to any one location with this.
The hot metal bleachers at the T-ball game.
Oh my gosh.
Grandma and Grandpa
Imagine
show
showing
up.
up with this.
Yeah, maybe you have a bag chair and you bring it to the T-ball game for the grandkids, right? You could take this out. It lasts like 6 or 7 hours.
Wow.
There's a lot of features, so I don't want to quote exactly, because if you turn it on 3 and then 3 misters, you're only going to get about 6 hours. But if you dial it back and only use 1 mister and level 2 speed, you're going to get more time.
And you've got lights.
And bless you if you're out of the T-ball game for 7 hours.
Yeah.
But you have the LED.
Feels like it, Chad.
The LED, I'm sure it does. Yeah, you have children. The LED lights inside, they're built into the actual fan. And so wherever the fan is pointing, the light is pointing. And so that is important because you might be out in the evening. You might be outside until the evening hours. And so if it gets a little dark, you don't have to worry and run back in. I'm talking like the picnic, the tablescape out at the park when you're at one of those picnic tables, just letting the kids play on the slide and the swings. You can be comfortable as a parent by setting this next to you, but the entire area is getting cold, or cooled down, I should say, with the water. You can control the temperature of the water too.
Incredible.
Which you pointed out in the very beginning, and I'm going to show you on mine. And I know I'm talking a lot, I apologize. I just want to make sure you get to know all the facts before we really decide to order it. So the top is a lid, okay? And it has a seal all around it. And so you want to fill it directly to the fill line. User mistake. If you go over the fill line and you close it, the water's gonna go poop. It's gonna squirt out a little bit. So then it seals down.
Nice.
And now I can take that with me. I choose to use ice water. Why? Because the colder the water that you put into it, the colder the mist coming out of it.
And you know what? It's a cool, super fine, almost like a dry mist. It's not like I'm getting wet or have droplets on me. And it's incredible, the technology of how having that mist, it can kind of carry that cool air coming from the fans out to everybody. And I was just thinking about my aunt, you know, she lives on the water, she has a big pool. She is the house that we do all the entertainment at in the summer. But everyone's sitting around, and if you're not in the water, you're sweating. And that's uncomfortable.
That's exactly
Imagine having a bunch of these and setting them on all of the little end tables and side tables up on the bar that she has and just letting it run. And then people are cool, and it just makes your day more enjoyable.
Yeah, our producer, Sam, she loves to lay by the pool and tan. I know her. We've been friends for a couple of decades.
And she's got the tan to prove it.
That's right. You can put this on the side table next to the tanning, you know, the chair that you lay out on, things like that. There's a lot of places to use it, but why do you want it? Why do you need to use it? Why do you want to spend 40 bucks for this particular fan? Well, you don't need any batteries, you don't need an outlet, you don't need to plug it in. You will recharge it whenever the battery dies, of course, but it's more than a fan. It is a misting fan. If you've never experienced your environment with a misting fan, think about, as Michelle pointed out, think about the restaurant you went to or the beach resort you went to, and how did they cool down that entire patio or that entire table area where they have all the outdoor seating? It was the mist. Maybe you weren't directly in the breeze of the fan, but having that mist changes the entire, you don't even need this powerful of a fan if you add the mist to it. We could have doled that down.
Moving it across the room. I mean, this is so cool. We have had this on, so how many times have we had to replenish our quantity on this?
We've replenished the quantity 4 times.
Oh my gosh.
And we've only been on like 5 times.
Yes, the first time you brought it in, it sold out in 2 airings. So all of us got left out in the dust. We didn't even get to present it. So Bell and Howell had to scramble to bring you more. It's normally $50, but for host faves, I got you a price of $39.99. If you're using FlexPay with 5 Flex on everything, it's $8 to get. And look how cool the lights are too. Like, I love the LED light feature you can use.
Yeah, because we really do feel it, because we've used things like this. Bell and Howell, we have a lot of engineers. We all use the product. Everybody in the offices,
it's so good.
we all use the products, okay? So we all have upgrades every year over the other. We've had fans for so many years now with Bell and Howell. We said, look, we're gonna throw a lot of spaghetti at the wall. We sat around that conference table and we said, we want misting jets. And they said, okay. We said, well, 3 of them.
Yeah.
we want more than 1 head. They said, well, how many heads? We're like, okay, 2, but we want 3 speeds on those 2. We thought we were like this tough crowd coming in, these people who we want these things. They gave us everything. They gave us every feature we ever found inside of a fan. And then the oscillating also, that I keep forgetting to talk about, how it's rotating all by itself. The last feature that we were like, they've said yes to everything.
Okay.
All right, how about LEDs? And they're like, LEDs.
Fine, let's do it.
And they did it. And so it all came together at the same price point it would have been in without all the extra features, which we are so proud of. Adding that water chamber at the top where you can put in your own ice water controls the temperature of the mist. And it is a dry mist that's meant to cool the air around the fan down. It brings the entire temperature of the surrounding environment down. You don't have to be sitting in this direct breeze. I've had family members where they get sensitive in a breeze, like their eyes dry out, they wear contacts and things. And so maybe you're that human where you don't like to sit directly in the breeze, but you want to be cooled down. This does that with that cool, dry mist.
You know,
the ribbon that we just put on there so you can understand there's a breeze going on. These are not on 3, by the way. And then you get a remote control included.
I love that feature.
And when you don't have the remote control, all the buttons are on the side, but the top fan and the lower fan, there's the LED lights, there's your mister, rotation, it's all there, okay? If you ever lose this remote control, all of those buttons are also right there on the side where you have access to them. They're labeled so you don't have to remember what they are. You don't buy any batteries for this. The battery's already built in. We give you a really long cable to recharge it up. In fact, I'll unravel this. In case you are a sleeper who likes to have a fan running while you're sleeping.
That's an idea.
You might want to have this plugged in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and always running like a real corded fan.
You know what I also love too? Wow, that is long.
You can do that on your side table.
I also love too that It's portable, right?
Yes.
But it's not something portable that is a pain in the butt to carry around. Like, you could literally throw this in your beach bag. It weighs 2 pounds, you guys. It is a little over 6 inches wide, and it's 14 inches tall. So truly, you can fit this in your tote bag and take it even when you're just, it's summertime. I'm trying to get my kids outside more. They want to go to the park. Well, the only bad thing is I have to go to the park. So I have to sit at the bench and sweat to death while they're running around. I could bring this in my tote bag with all the snacks and things that we have and set it. Look at this, even for grilling. The poor grill master is the one that's sweating like crazy, right? Put this right next to them. Do you have camping trips planned? Do you have, I don't know, big parties you're gonna be having where you wanna entertain an $8 flex pay? You get a couple of these and set them around your patio when you have people over.
The fur babies.
Those tables are gonna be the most popular tables, or the people standing in that area. Yeah, your pets.
Yeah, put it on
Maybe
the
you've got a
ground.
hot room, you've got a sunroom you love, but it's too hot in there. Bring this in there, and now you can actually enjoy that room. Like, the possibilities are endless, but it truly is portable.
I mean, I could run down an entire list of places to use this, but I'll leave that to your imagination. I can do all the features of the actual fan and do my position here and tell you all about it. So you have this tall fan, but slender, so you can put it almost anywhere. Doesn't take up a lot of space, meant to be on the ground or up tall on the table. It's up to you. Misting fan is included. You got 3 jets that you can dial down, 3, 2, or 1, two heads that rotate around, ice water in the top. Michelle, this is like, I don't know how you did this price though, because that is like beyond.
Well, Host Faves, we do get a little bit of pull. We get to kind of curate our hours together. We bring you special pricing for the Host Fave shows. I know you've got only one other host that has this in their show, and then that is it, you guys. So don't miss out again. Don't let it sell out before you get yours, because the time to use it is now. You're gonna be so happy that you got this, especially at this price, because to Chad's point, this is normally $50. So not only is it $39.99, we have 5 flex pay on it as well. So it's $8, get it home, try it for 30 days. If you don't love it, send it back. But if you have this in your arsenal, there's nothing you can't do this summer. Like, you don't have to worry about being uncomfortable. Maybe you wanna bring it out to the pickleball court. Have it on the table, and when you're sitting to have your water, you've got this running too to help cool you down. The possibilities are endless. That's what we love about this. And the reviews are phenomenal too.
Oh, they're amazing at all of our retailers. Nobody can beat this price at any other store. Speaking of brand names and stores, Bell & Howell, we've been around 117 years. We're in 99 countries. We don't really have the opportunity to do it wrong, quite frankly. And if I tilt these fans around, you can understand the manipulation you can do with this. Maybe you have somebody that's sitting below you or up above you. If you have a side table like that, your misting is controlled by your blue button or on the side, so I can crank that down to 2 or just 1 or no mist at all. You don't have to use that mist if you don't want to. You can crank these down to 1 also if you just want a very light speed. Where does the water actually go though if you're just joining us? This is a lid on the top, and so you just pop that lid off. You pour the water to the fill line, and you put the lid right back on. If you have this leather strap in the front of those misters, though, it will block your mist. So just make sure that leather strap is behind. It's your carry handle to move it all around, because this is portable. No plugs, no cables, nothing to do here except recharge it up after about 6 or 7 hours of runtime. If you crank the fans down a little bit and crank those misters down a little bit, of course you can get much more time out of it. The remote control is included, but I know you probably have some of these remotes, and if you ever lose it, all the buttons are on the side, so you're never concerned about can you still operate it even if you lose this. There's a case to be made for a second or a third. Think of the grandma going to the t-ball game. Think of dad outside by the grill for Father's Day, right? And then think of the golden retriever puppy outside and laying on the hot sidewalk. You can put this next to that fur baby, have it blowing on them, the baby in the stroller, things like that. But by the time July or August rolls around, Michelle, you know what happens here at HSN. We'll have Christmas trees behind us.
It's true. Chad, thank you.